Hi friends, welcome back to Dip Clinic. If you're new to the channel, my name's Mike and I'm a cognitive behavioural therapist and first year trainee doctor in health psychology. Over the past week on Instagram, we've asked you, what would you like to ask a real psychotherapist? And today, I'm going to try and answer some of your questions. Let's get started. So just before we get started, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported the channel so far. I can't believe that within a matter of, I think it's 2 weeks, we've managed to gain almost 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to each and every one of you. So let's take a look at the questions. Up first, we have, how long have you been training in psychology? So I've completed a 3-year undergraduate degree in psychology and counselling, a 1-year master's degree in health psychology, a 1-year master practitioner diploma in cognitive behavioural therapy, and now I'm 1 year into my 2-year doctoral training course in health psychology as well. Which actually seems like quite a lot of training, but I can't believe how quick it's gone really. Up next we have, do you prefer cognitive behavioural therapy or acceptance and commitment therapy? Because I trained in CBT first, I think it is the main model that I will continue to use going forward. I really like the simplicity of CBT and how you can factor in the thoughts, emotions, behaviours and physical sensations, and I think that overall the model works really well. One thing that I have found now that I work more so with health anxiety and chronic health conditions is that acceptance and commitment therapy is a really great treatment where you can't necessarily change the situation that you're in. And so if we take a chronic condition like diabetes that you're never going to be able to get rid of, then acceptance and commitment therapy still allows that individual to have a very good quality of life despite the condition. And so to answer the question, I think it's a very tight one, but CBT is still my primary and my main model that I enjoy using. Up next we have, why did you start a YouTube channel? And so the very simple answer to this is that I wanted to share the knowledge that I've developed over my several years working in psychology with as many people that I can, and also a group of people that I'll likely never meet. Starting a YouTube channel is something that I've wanted to do for quite a while, but I was certainly nervous and a little bit apprehensive about starting. And so really this is also an opportunity for me to develop certain skills and also continue with my continued professional development, because I'm always going to be learning things going through this as well. Okay, and up next we have Burger King or McDonald's? Burger King. How many clients do you see in an average day? So currently my clinics range from between 4 to 6 clients on any given day. I'm currently seeing clients 3 days a week at the moment. And so my typical caseload, so that's the amount of clients that I have a week, is anywhere between 15 and 20 sessions weekly. Okay, and so ironically, a good friend of mine has asked, are you always helping friends with their problems? As many people who know me will already know, trying to balance my life between being Mike and also being a therapist has been quite difficult. But I think overall I'm just as supportive as a friend as anybody else would be. Okay, so next up we have, what's the best technique to manage panic? And so there's 2 main areas that I look at when it comes to managing panic, and this is the idea of cognitive restructuring or modifying the thoughts about panic, and also relaxation skills and awareness of physical sensations. One of the easiest tools that I use to alleviate aspects of anxiety and panic is something called 4-7-8 breathing. This is just a way that we can use our breathing to deactivate aspects of our fight or flight response. If you would like to find out more about this technique, we did recently do a video on 4-7-8 breathing, which I'll throw up a little link here and I'll also leave it in the bio below. So next up we have, why did you choose to work in health psychology? I think that in part I almost fell into health psychology. So in 2013 I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And so this meant that I've always had an emphasis on health from a very young age, and also understanding the behavioural and cognitive aspects of managing that condition. As I was training in psychology, I was always aware of this component, and that's why I did my first and second dissertation looking into diabetes management. And so I've always had a little bit of a background in health psychology, now combined with the components of talking therapy that I've also developed. And so I think this is why I really warm towards health psychology and really love working in the field. Okay, and on to the next question. Do you ever talk about your clients with your friends? So anything that happens within my sessions with clients is absolutely confidential, and that's both ethically and legally. I think there's this perception that as therapists, we come home and talk about our clients and how they're doing, and it's absolutely not true. Within my role, I feel very grateful and very trusted with my clients' issues and their experiences. And so for me, it's always of utmost importance to protect my clients' confidentiality. Okay, what are the best and worst parts about being a therapist? So I definitely say that the best part is when you see a client overcome a difficulty that they've been experiencing for quite a while. So this could be overcoming an anxiety or being able to change something that they've wanted to historically, but just haven't had the skills or the mechanisms to be able to do. And I know for me and many other of my colleagues, this is the most satisfying thing that we get from working in psychology. I don't think there's any worst part about being a therapist, but note-taking is definitely up there. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Do you ever not want to be a therapist? I can 100% without a doubt say that there is nothing that I would rather be doing. I've trained many years to get to the position that I'm now at, and I think for the foreseeable future, I never see myself not working within psychology, mental health, and within talking therapy as well. Okay, on to the next question. So do you ever dislike one of your clients? So as a general rule, I never really dislike any of my clients. It's really important to remember that what we're doing in therapy is building a therapeutic relationship. And so my role is to be able to facilitate this individual in overcoming their difficulties or experiences that they're finding difficult or challenging. It is important to mention that there are some people who you will have a better therapeutic relationship with quicker, but this is similar to building any relationship with anybody. But overall, I see my role as being able to help whoever steps into my office. And so to answer the question, no, there's never a client who I dislike. And finally, we have how many hours do you work a week? At the moment, I'm working 3 days within a private clinic, 1 day within occupational health, and 1 day I'm studying towards my doctorate. The days are a little bit flexible in part, but I'm usually working between 32 to 38 hours a week, and usually seeing clients for about 4 to 5 hours a day. There are other aspects that I have to focus on in a normal day as well, so this is a lot of administrative work, but this ultimately depends on the profession in psychology that you go into, and also how many hours you are willing to spend working a week. And so those are all the questions that we have for the moment. Once again, thank you for sending all of these questions in, and I hope that you found this video enjoyable. And as always, stay posted for more psychology and therapy content coming soon. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.